All right, I'd like to show you the next step in this wordless salvation picture book that I'm working on, a concept that my wife came up with. And originally I showed you the sketch and how I sealed in the painting. And here you can see the process. We have Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. This is a 16 by 20 inch canvas. And today I'm going to be doing the first layer, which I anticipate is going to be putting a layer of green over the whole thing because this is the Garden of Eden and it's got just a lot of greenery. And I think green will be the color that I want to use to tone this canvas in. So if you're learning how to do acrylic painting, especially the glazing technique, which I will employ partially on this painting, but I will be using some opaque techniques as well. Feel free to watch over my shoulder as I demonstrate. And if you're interested in illustration as well, painting symbolic or narrative kind of work, especially in a Christian theme, I think you're in the right place and you're really going to benefit from this video. But I would like to open up with a word of prayer, and then I'm going to dive right into the process. So, Father, you know that I'm just so thankful that you've allowed me the privilege of doing this book illustration, even after years of not doing it. You're so full of grace, so full of mercy, that you said I could work on this, Lord. And even after all this time, and partner with you, partner with my wife, and get this vision out there, Lord, of the gospel through a wordless picture book that touches the hearts of children. And I think it'll touch the hearts of adults as well, Lord. I believe you can use it. And I'm just so thankful to be a part of this project, Lord.
We're going to dive into this process by taking some phthalo blue, Indian yellow, and raw sienna, mixing it with clear matte medium and making a glaze. And I take a large flat brush and apply that over the sketch to seal it in. Actually, the sketch is already sealed in, but this gives it a toning layer, a color. And then with that, we can basically get the stage for the greenery established. I'll be applying a second layer over it, and that will enrich the color even more. So same colors, we'll apply it again after the first layer dried. And that's going to, again, give us a really nice, rich green color, whereupon we can add our other layers. And you can see that with the white card how it looks. Now I added a layer over the trees, and we're going to add a second layer. This is a glaze using the same kind of colors with a little bit of ultramarine blue just to darken it, but mostly phthalo blue, if I remember correctly, Indian yellow, raw sienna, and going over the leaves and just darkening them. This is a glaze, so we can apply these various areas and just kind of darken everything in a little bit more. And we're filling around the various grasses. And around Adam and Eve and the lion. And now we're going to do some more opaque layers on top in the next segment here. Taking phthalo blue, raw sienna, a little bit of ultramarine blue, titanium white, and just darkening everything. So this layer here is going to be more opaque, and just really establishing the shapes of the canopy of leaves in the foreground, leaving a lighter area in the background where the light is going to shine through. Putting in some smaller details using a round brush and tightening up some of the edges of the leaves. And then we're going to work in some colors into the distance using phthalo blue, titanium white, and working it into some of the greenery colors that we already have with Indian yellow and Just kind of getting in some cooler colors in the distance. Now, we want to use that blue because cooler colors recede, warmer colors come forward, and also things in the background are going to be a little lighter in tonal value as well. All right, now we're going to put in some more greenery colors using some Indian yellow, mixing that with some of the other colors. Actually, azo yellow. I had to buy some azo yellow for this because I just didn't have the right colors with Indian yellow. Azo yellow gives it a more vibrant green. Indian yellow is more of a orangey kind of yellow, and azo yellow is more of a mustard yellow. Now we're going to just kind of work this around Adam and Eve. So even though they had the initial green coloring over them, Adam and Eve and the lion, you can see now in relationship to these other colors we're putting down, they look quite a bit more desaturated. But pretty soon we'll be getting some color introduced into them as well. Putting some darker colors around them, just trying to balance everything out, blend it together. All right, now we're going to be doing some more work and just basically blending in some different tones. I'm taking some raw umber dark and a bit of ultramarine blue and putting in the shadows for the lion. Just trying to develop some of the contrast there. Going a little more opaque than I usually do. Darkening some of the hair and Adam and Eve, getting in the shadows, and a couple shadows, in their body and areas like that. Just the darkest tonal values. Beard, we want to color that in using a small round brush. Now we're darkening the skin tones using some raw sienna, organic orange, just a glaze. Put some glazes over the lion as well. And we're darkening again some of these various areas. So this color has a little more opacity to it. I added some titanium white mixed in with a raw umber dark, ultramarine blue, and I think a little bit of alizarin crimson, organic orange. And we're just getting in the darker tonal values of the lion. Just trying to establish some contrast. Again, going more opaque than I usually go. Putting in the eyes and nose, and so on and so forth. Skipping around using that small round brush. And just getting a lot of nice detail. And we're blending in some shadows for the hair. Again, just trying to create some structure and form. And now a little bit of detail around his hands. And we're going to finish up with that. Do a little bit of work on the lion as well. And just try to adjust the eyes a little bit. But anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. This is going to be a long project because I have many more pages to do. This is pages 1 to 2 on my wife's children's book depicting salvation. This is her illustration project that I'm happy to do. Even though she passed away, I want to take what she did in the past and bring it to life. So this is her concept, and I'm happy to create it. Again, this is pages 1 and 2, 16 by 20 canvas. Thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to sharing more with you on this project. Way more to do on this particular painting. Check out my online school at realisticacrylic.com, and I'll get in touch with you there. God bless.